It is finally sweet potato digging day. Let's dig up these sweet potatoes and see if we did better than last year. This video documents our whole efforts of sweet potatoes this year, so if you would like to use the time codes, please do. To get started, we emptied some soil that was in these 55-gallon drums cut in half and kind of mixed it all together, put it back in the buckets, and then once we get in the greenhouse, we're going to add a little bit more soil. Now I wanted to talk a little bit about the sweet potatoes that we did order, and they are from Burpee, and they were not mailed to us until May 18th. So at that point when they were mailed, they did not have roots really growing, so then we had to start them in soil, in water, and just let the roots grow. And that's why planting them didn't actually happen until June 19th, and that's the footage you're watching today. It's all the way back at June 19th. So you can see what they look like on this day. They look pretty good. I'll show you one of them right here. A lot of roots growing in there. And this is our second year growing sweet potatoes. Last year when I made the slips, which is what those plants are called, they're called slips, I did them from grocery store sweet potatoes, and I wanted to know the varieties for sure this year. That's why I went ahead and purchased them. If you would like to check out our video on making sweet potato slips or our efforts last year, please find it in our channel because we documented the whole thing. Since we didn't get these plants into the ground until June 19th, by the time those slips had finally rooted, the next goal is that we will harvest sweet potatoes from this year's crop, cure them properly, and store them all winter, and make slips next year for our garden next year. And this goal is because last year we learned that sweet potato slips that are a lot further along really did produce a lot bigger sweet potatoes. And these raised beds that you just watched us plant, these completely failed due to poor soil, but I wanted to document the whole effort and show you that we did attempt to grow sweet potatoes outside of the greenhouse also this year. Here are the ones in the greenhouse. They're looking pretty good. This is only day 2 of them being in, and we did sneak a couple little plants extra in the middle. September 10th, and look at these sweet potato plants. They're vining up onto the cattle panel, and they are just looking really great. I'm so tempted to peek inside, but I'm holding off. I will show you though, they are cracking and kind of pushing up, so look at that. So I'm sure there are some big sweet potatoes in there, big compared to anything we've ever grown here. Let's look over here. A little bit of cracking. Some flowering happening on them. Pretty flowers. And these ones over here are Beauregard. So those are doing really well. These 2 tubs right here definitely are doing the best. Yay, I'm so excited to see what we have soon here. We'll see how long we can keep them alive in this greenhouse. And by the way, just look at the rest of the greenhouse. It is a beautiful sight. Look at those tomatoes climbing. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm getting sidetracked here, but some watermelons over here. That's pretty neat. Never really grown those successfully. More tomatoes. Jungle of cucumbers. Pretty exciting stuff, but these sweet potatoes, I'm hoping these are a success this year in the pots. So today is October 19th, and it is finally time to dig up these sweet potatoes. We have had these sweet potatoes in pots, 55-gallon drums cut in half, and in a greenhouse. So they have had definitely an extended season compared to what we did last year. Last year we planted our sweet potatoes just out in the field, and they died off much earlier. So this year what we decided to do to make this sweet potato effort, because we're in Montana, so growing sweet potatoes is kind of hard, to make this effort hopefully a little bit more productive, is we decided to grow them in these 55-gallon drums cut in half because digging them last year was so challenging. So we have 3 varieties today. I will put the 3 names on the screen here, and we are hoping to see a lot of sweet potatoes this year. And given we only have 5 barrels here, last year I think we planted like 70 plants or something. It was a ridiculous amount, and our yield was very small. They have experienced a little bit of frost, as you can see here, and we just know they're not going to really continue to grow because our temperatures are going to not really allow for that. So today we're going to get them dug. We're going to just kind of snip them off and dump them over, and let's see what we get.
Time to snip it. the tops and rip off the tops and see them. See them.
Holy cow!
Oh.
There's a sweet potato in the ground. So there is a sweet potato root that came out of the bottom of the bucket when we moved it. Let's see how deep it goes. Weirdest clamming shovel to do this. That might be all of it. That's all of it. But that means there's sweet potatoes growing in there. So let's see what we got. Are you ready? Okay. Flip it over. Let's see. Go ahead. Is it heavy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Come on,
Okay.
get on it.
Flip it. Whoa.
Whoa! Start digging!
This first variety is Georgia Jet, and we definitely have some sweet potatoes going in here, but let's see how many. There's a decent one. There's a big one. Ooh.
Ooh, look at that.
Ooh, look at this one.
Look at all the worms.
They're splitting though. I don't know why. If someone could tell me why they're
Too
splitting.
much or too little water.
Yeah.
More worms.
Holy cow. So is this easier than how we had to dig them last year? Pot number one, not too bad for one pot. We do have a lot of them that look kind of damaged. Like that. So we'll see if that trend continues in the other pots. Whew. That variety was pretty measly. Waste of space! That's it for one whole pot. This is our second Murasaki bucket. For anyone who's interested in the variety name, that's what this bucket is. We'll see if it does better than that last one. So Murasaki 29, 2 pots worth. That's all of it. Not very productive. Don't know that we will attempt to grow this one again in the future. Our last 2 pots right here are Beauregard. Beauregard were the most productive for us last year, so I'm excited to see how they did in these pots in the greenhouse.
Nice job.
Jeez, look at those!
Nice job.
Beauty ones.
Look at some of these worms growing in these pots. Look at that.
Gotcha!
Beauty. Okay, I think I'll have enough to start slips of Beauregard. Now, I know I mentioned curing sweet potatoes towards the beginning of this video, but that is a really necessary process to do in order to actually make the sweet potatoes sweet. If you would like to see our method for easily doing this at home, check it out on our channel. I will also put it in the cards on this video, or it might be at the end of this video. Ooh, look at this big one.
Nice.
That might be one of the winners.
Whoa! Winner.
Winner, winner.
Chicken dinner.
That's it. We have a clear winner, the Beauregard. Look at the size of some of these. In our growing zone, that's pretty remarkable for a sweet potato. Yes, we do also have some tiny ones, but that's to be expected. So we had 2 pots worth of this. I think there were 4 to 5 plants in each one. You'll see if you watch this video because I kind of documented that too. And then Georgia Jet also did pretty well, but they do have a lot of this splitting going on, so they probably won't keep very long and I won't be able to make slips with them. The Murasaki did not do well at all. This is 2 of our pots worth and there isn't much there. I don't think we'll be doing this one again at all, so we're going to stick with this variety. Anyways, that is our sweet potato yield for the year. We did pretty good this year considering we only had those 5 pots worth. If you want to see the kinds of things that we're growing on our channel, please consider liking and subscribing. Thanks so much.